Batman. Does he even need an introduction? Of course he fucking doesn't. It's Batman. This is the man who leaves people brain dead and crippled, but he doesn't kill. So that makes him respectable, because if he did, he would just be like every other anti-hero, you know what I mean? But what makes Batman special in the hearts of many comic book reader fans is that he doesn't kill. Before we get into this review, I feel like I need to state this, I need to clarify this. Batman is probably my favorite superhero of all time. So there might be a little bias on this video, but I don't give a fuck. It's my review. So guess what? Shut up and enjoy. I was just playing about the shut up part. I value your opinion, and subscribe and like. Thank you for watching. Batman also spawned my favorite character like the DC comics, which is Dick Grayson. You know what I mean? Because he was Robin at first, and then he leaves to become the Teen Titans Robin. That's my motherfucking boy. Then he turns into Nightwing, you know what I'm saying? That's a motherfucking dope. But anyway, let me stop talking about this random bullshit, and let's get into today's game. Batman Arkham City. Before we talk about the game, look, I already know y'all got your little grubby fingers on the keyboard typing away in the comments. Why aren't you starting off with Arkham Asylum? It's the first one. Alright, look, I'm gonna be real. A friend wanted me to review this game. Alright, so why not? I needed a game to review, and I like Batman, so, we're gonna review City. Alright, just sit back and enjoy, please. God. As is tradition, let's go over the story first. So the game starts off with these goons trying to open this safe thing. Then Catwoman shows up and whoops ass. Someone points a gun to her head, then it cuts to Bruce Wayne getting shocked, and then he's at a press conference. Then shit goes down and the doctor guy shows up and he knows our secret. So Bruce/Batman is now in like this cage thing in the beginning of Arkham City, you know what I mean? But we ain't phased, we finna whoop their ass anyway. We escape and now we're Batman. Now we gotta save Catwoman from Two-Face. Batman says, "If anyone knows what's going on, it's Catwoman." Man, you know why Batman wanna see Catwoman. Oh my gosh, stop lying, Bat. Anyway, we go to where Two-Face is, beat up his lame ass goons, save Catwoman, and we start looking for some clues, and we find out that Joker is behind this. But to get to him, we have to go through Harley first. We go to a church knowing Harley's inside, and she's probably trying to trap us. Let's see what's up. We enter and she tries to hit us, and we're just not having it. She says Joker isn't in the mood for talking and that he's sick or some shit. Anyway, we go to the bell tower where Joker shot that bullet. We get there and he was remotely controlling the gun, so yeah. Also, we bombed the room, so that's something, I guess. Anyway, we track down Joker, jump into a chimney, and beat up this one-handed swole guy with a hammer. We finally get to Joker and Harley, and we got faked out. Joker poisons us, and Harley beats us with the bat. Now we're Catwoman looking for Ivy. We get there, and Ivy is pretty mad at us. We whoop her goons' ass, but then she captures us. We switch over back to Batman, and holy shit, Joker is fucked. I mean, look at this guy. We find out he is deathly sick and he put some of his blood in us. Pause? I don't know. Then he kicks us out of a fucking window. He says Mr. Freeze is making a cure, so that's where we're headed. We get there and Penguin's goons are posted up everywhere. Also, quick side note, Joker and Penguin are like at war with each other, so there's that. Anyway, we shut down Penguin's signal jammers, finally entering the building where Penguin and Freeze are. We come into contact with the Penguin and he sends like 1,000 people on us, but it's Batman, so he whoops their fucking ass. Then he sends this big guy on us, but we still beat his ass. We follow him into this room full of water and a frozen little pathway. We have to sneak on this ice, or a shark will eat us. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way. Should have carried my bat shark repellent. Anyway, after clearing this room like a badass, we find Freeze's suit, but he's nowhere to be found. Which is a problem because he can't survive without the suit for very long. So it's our job to go find him. We find Freeze in this cage looking thing being displayed as a relic in Penguin's weird little museum he's got going on. But anyway, we free him and he's all like, I can't do anything without my suit. So we agreed to get his suit if he tells us how to beat Penguin. We disable Penguin's gun, punch the absolute shit out of him. Then he blows up shit. We fall. Solomon Grundy is now here, and we gotta fight him. So after a pretty good boss fight, we whoop his fucking ass. After that, we beat the living shit out of Penguin, which felt nice. He's an annoying piece of little garbage. Anyway, we go back to Freeze and he says the cure is useless or something because it disappears too quickly or some complicated bullshit like that. Batman says he knows a guy who's been exposed to the enzymes and that person is Ra's al Ghul. Some ninja chick breaks out of the glass and says, "We're not worthy to speak about Ra's al Ghul," then runs away. Let's go catch her, dumbass. We track her blood, then we chase her and smoothly put this tracking device on her. Then, oh shit, my boy Robin shows up. He gives us this new tool thing which seems a little useful. We continue to chase the ninja girl when all of a sudden Batman gets weak. This part actually shocked me a little bit because I kind of forgot Batman was, poisoned. Oops. After finding out how to get to Talia, Batman faints again and gets a vision of his parents and they tell him he needs to keep going. We find out Batman has minutes to get that damn cure, and you can tell because he is fucked. Anyway, now we gotta become an assassin. One of the requirements is that we have to kill someone, so let's see if Batman is up to it. Talia takes us to this trial, and now we gotta drink some blood shit and do this trippy ass trial. We completed and we're taken to Ra's al Ghul. He says to kill him, but Batman, being the badass that he is, says, "Fuck you, bitch. I ain't killing shit." His real words, by the way. Then Talia is all like, "What the fuck? You lied to me?" Then Ra's al Ghul jumps into this pit thing and becomes young again, and now it's boss time. This boss fight was alright. The only part that really annoyed me is when he got big or whatever, and these stupid ass claws, they kept getting on my fucking nerves. Anyway, we got our blood sample. Time to make a damn cure. We find out the mayor got arrested because of that Hugo Strange guy. Remember him? The Protocol 10 guy? The super big deal, but we haven't really been hearing shit about him. Remember him? Yeah, that guy. We interrogate the fucking mayor and find out he was paid to turn a blind eye, and Hugo Strange would make sure the mayor won. Hugo also ordered the mayor to create Arkham City and put him in charge. But before we find out more on that, we need to hurry up and get our blood sample to Freeze, cause our health ain't looking so hot. We make it to Freeze and he made the cure, but he's pissed that Joker took his wife. Now we have to fight him. I don't know why he's mad at us. We didn't take his fucking wife, but whatever. I'm kind of glad that he was mad at us because holy shit, what a fucking boss fight. So you have specific ways to attack Freeze. First, I snuck up behind him and it worked, but this motherfucker adapts, so you have to find new ways to attack him. I love this boss fight because you really have to utilize your surroundings, making you really feel like Batman. So it's a good immersion fight, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was a really good boss fight. Anyway, Harley somehow stole the cure, so that's a problem. Now we have to go pay a visit to Joker. For some reason, Harley is tied up and she tells us exactly what Joker did. Anyway, we meet Joker face to face and beat his ass. But of course, Joker doesn't play fair. So he sends hella goons and now we have to fight Joker, the goons, this one-armed fuck, and a damn Titan. This would be a challenge, but we are Batman, so we beat their ass, but uh-oh, the building collapses on us, and just when it looks like Joker is gonna win, Talia shows up out of nowhere and offers Joker immortality. She's obviously buying some time, but anyway, Bruce knocks out and we're back to Catwoman. Remember Catwoman? Yeah, she's in this game. Remember that. It's very important. Catwoman needs to get into the vault of Hugo Strange, and she got the help of Poison Ivy to do exactly that. We enter, wipe out some guards, and we take these briefcases. Also, Protocol 10 started, so, that sounds bad. We see Batman unconscious, and we're presented with a choice. Save Batman, or leave him. I chose to save Batman because that's my boy, you know what I'm saying? We get Batman out of that rubble, and it's time for a Bat and Cat team up. Not really, she just dips. Batman wants to save Talia, but that Hugo guy is shooting missiles everywhere. Alfred tells Batman he needs to save Gotham. We scan the helicopters and we get the code. Now we need to go to the Wonder Tower. We get there and Hugo makes us sit through this whack-ass speech, then he sends his people to kill us. Time to whoop some ass. After we whoop some ass, we ride this elevator, climb this big ass tower, wipe out Hugo's weak ass squad, and we're now face to face with him. But he's behind the glass all safe and shit. We hack into his shit, beat his fucking ass, and we put a stop to Protocol 10. Hugo's saying we haven't won and he talks about his powerful partner, then a sword goes through him. His powerful partner turned out to be Ra's al Ghul. The tower blows up and now we gotta face off against Joker. We find out the Joker we were fighting was actually Clayface. What? Anyway, slice Clayface into pieces and we drink the cure. We say some shit to Joker and how maybe we shouldn't save him. Then he stabs us, making Batman drop the cure. Batman says,
"You want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you."
Then Joker dies. R.I.P. a real one. So, that was the main story of Batman Arkham City. Oh wait, we have to play as Catwoman's dumbass. Catwoman wants to get her things and leave this place, which is smart in my opinion. We get there and she gets fucking blown up. We whoop some goon's ass and find out Two-Face is behind this all. We get to the museum cause that's where he is, I think. And we take out like 30 fucking people. Now we gotta whoop Two-Face's ass. Let's do it. We beat his ass and she only gets half of her shit back. Now the game is over. Fuck. Alright, so what did I think of it? It was good. That's it. Nah, but for real, the story was pretty good. I feel like Hugo Strange and Joker were good main villains, but having them both at the same time kinda hurts the story a bit. Hugo Strange throws Bruce Wayne in Arkham City, then fucks off for most of the story. I mean, he's mentioned, to remind us that him in Protocol 10 is a threat, but I think the storyline with Joker was more focused on. And the twist that he was working with Ra's al Ghul was kinda dumb. It just came out of nowhere. Another little problem I have is Catwoman. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to play as her, but she doesn't do much. I don't know, I just feel like there should have been more scenes and scenarios with the cat. But, whatever. Honestly, those were the only little gripes I had with the main storyline. One of the strong suits of the story that I personally like was all the villains it had. I enjoyed Penguin and Freeze. Two-Face is goated for this line alone.
Two guns, bitch!
This world felt lived in, but I'll talk about that later in the video. The story feels right at home for Batman. It kept me interested throughout the whole thing. Now, how does the gameplay help the overall experience? Alright, so this game lets you feel like Batman by letting you whoop some ass and doing these sneaky mode shits called Predator mode. Let's talk about the whoop ass part first. Fighting in this game feels good. We're fighting crowds in this game because we're Batman, and Batman is just like that. No, seriously. The way you fight is so immersive. That word right there, immersive, is honestly the best way to describe this game. More on that later. Now, fighting hordes of the same enemy would be boring. Luckily, the game knows how to spice things up. The enemies get little upgrades. Some get shields, electrical batons, knives, or broken bottles, to name a few. These make you switch up how you approach these fights, leading into different ways they play out. Also, since we are Batman, we have gadgets to play around, adding some diversity to this combat system. On bigger enemies like these twin guys and Titan enemies, depending on what gadget you use, they can actually take out, their own people. Now, the Predator sections are more diverse in the way that you can complete them. I feel like these are the parts where you feel like Batman the most. The way you silently take out enemies one by one without getting caught feels great. Most of the time. Okay, look, towards the end of the game, I got a little tired of these sections. That's how I know I can never be Batman. I don't have the patience for it. Yes, out of all the trinomic shit the damn Bat has gone through, the only thing holding me back from being him is patience. Okay, look, I admit, I found these sections tiresome because I approached them all the same way. I just stuck to the top and waited. When in reality, there's a couple different ways to approach these sections. Utilizing the environment and using your gadgets make these sections infinitely better. It can be fun finding new ways to take out enemies without being seen. Okay, so now we talked about story, gameplay, now let's get into the world of Batman Arkham City. Now, what is an Arkham City, you may ask? Arkham City is an island made to keep all the insane bad people away from, us regular folk, and they sort of just get to do what they want. This world feels lived in. Like, some of the shit that happens ain't even about the Bat. Like, Penguin and Joker have a war going on, and you can hear the inmates talk about this. Like, some say they rather have Joker in charge and shit like that, and that's really cool to me, honestly. I like feeling like I'm living simultaneously around these people, you know what I mean? And things happen without me doing anything. That's how an open world game should feel. But yeah, my favorite aspect of the game is the world. It fits right at home with Batman. So, time for a new segment I'm going to start adding to my reviews. Post-game content. The first post-game content I want to talk about is Harley's Revenge. Let's get straight into it. Harley's Revenge starts off with us playing as Robin. So Harley is up to no good now that Joker is dead. Also, Robin says Batman hasn't been the same either, with Talia and Joker dying and shit. So Harley has Batman. That's why we're Robin right now. We beat up a room full of Harley's goons and we find Batman's belt. Now we get a flashback to see what happened to Batman. So the way Harley got Batman is she kidnapped a cop. Batman being Batman saves him, but Harley shows up. She shoots some gas bullet at the cop. Batman jumps in front of it and gets knocked out. Now we're back to being Robin. So Harley is keeping Batman in this monument she made for Joker. Now Robin has to figure out a way to save the Bat. We need Harley's key or he's toast. She snitches on herself and tells us that she's at the shipyard. We beat her ass, get the key, fight all these people, and save Batman. Batman has to disable bombs and Robin has to save cops. Batman is timed and we have to chase the frequencies of the bombs. We disable them and now it's time to whoop Harley's ass. Again. After we beat her ass, she sets off a bomb and we escape just in the nick of time. Harley makes us think she killed Robin and is all like, hurts doesn't it, or some fucking shit, I don't know. Robin's fine and all's well, it ends well. I like this DLC because it shows us how Batman is affected after the events of what happened in the main game. It shows us a glimpse of the future and how Batman acts towards this now. He's hurt. You could tell he's hurt, which is a nice touch. Also, you get to play as Robin, so that's cool. So I was randomly walking out the city and it said to take the cure, and when I did, I knocked out and was sitting at this table with a bunch of people wearing bunny masks. Turns out Mad Hatter got our ass. He puts this mask on us and now we gotta fight his goons to take out Mad Hatter. Honestly, this one was cool because it caught me off guard. I love shit like that when you're just randomly walking and you encounter something like this. I don't know. That's just, it's so cool. Now, I'm not going to talk about all this game's side content, you know what I mean? Because there's a good amount here. You got all the Riddler trophies and trust me, I'm not doing that. The fuck. And you got Riddler's challenges too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, there's a lot of post-game content, which is good. Anyway, that was Batman Arkham City. Now the age-old question. What do I think of it? Well, to be honest, it's probably one of the best superhero games out there. I'm not even saying that because Batman is my favorite. I'm saying that because this game was so immersive and did a fantastic job in making you feel like Batman. From the way you fight, sneak around, the music, the overall art direction, everything works so well and it all comes together to make you feel like the Batman. But anyway, I'm just a nobody. Go play the game for yourself and get your own opinion, dude. If you enjoyed this video, why not like it and subscribe for more? Follow my Instagram, a link in the description for updates on my next review. Anyway, I'm out this bitch. Wait. What's up, y'all? Subscribe and like the fucking video. Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. This motherfucker, you see that I'm on the motherfucking Hall of Gods? Wait, you don't see that because you see me. What game should I review next? I don't know. I feel like going fast, and I just heard a certain blue hedgehog got a new game.